Okay, we're going to try that again because my headphones weren't on. I could tell. I don't. The old Facebook would tell me if my headphones were working, and this new stuff they have wasn't doing that. So hopefully you can hear me now. Actually, I'll just jump on my phone really quick and check to make sure that you're hearing me because that's important to me. I don't want to be having all of you looking on here, watching me, and me not actually talking or saying anything. So, okay. So hopefully we're good to go now. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Okay, it's good now. So, with that being said, we were talking about breathing. Okay, so last night I asked you to look and see for yourself where your breathing is normally coming from. When you were taking breaths, do you normally go, see how my hand is going out there right here on my belly? Okay. Are you breathing through your nose or through your mouth? Or are you breathing from up here? Having your shoulders going up and down a lot, your chest moving a lot, and are you breathing through your nose or through your mouth? So there's an actual reason why I wanted you to do that. I posted a 5-minute breathing exercise earlier today, and I hope that you guys take some time to look at that if you haven't already. It is fantastic. It's something that just really helps me pull it down when I get into that stress response, and I can feel it on me. I get tightness across here, and I do the shallow breathing, okay, not quite, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but my breathing will be faster and it will be shallow where I'm not getting a good deep breath, okay? So tonight I wanted to give you reasons why. Last night I talked a little bit about cortisol, so let's talk about that some more, okay? Your cortisol, when I asked you at the end of last week if you were experiencing different phenomena, if you will, decrease in brain function, sluggishness, overall feeling of angst or unease, maybe being a little bit snippy with people, there was a resounding yes from the group. And these are all things that women tend to experience. And, you know, sometimes we just think, well, people are just irritating me, and that's may be true. But a lot of it is because we are stuck in that stress response where we are not really focused on our own needs and the things that we need to take care of, and we're so focused on other people, we get into that stress response where, like I was talking about last night, maybe we're fawning, we're just trying to keep everybody happy, trying to keep everybody nice and smooth. We don't want anybody being upset. So when that happens, our cortisol levels go up, okay? This right here gets doesn't matter what kind of exercise you're doing or whatever, you get poochy right here, okay? You might notice that it's poochier. I'm going to show you this because I have a tendency to struggle with my weight, but also get stressed and get stuck in that stress response. Since I have been doing, just for the last 2 weeks, I have been doing breathing exercises and meditation every day. I have not changed the way that I'm eating, and in fact, right now I'm exercising less than I was before. I was going to the gym, and I am not doing that now. And this was even right here, okay? So I can tell that there's a lessening in my cortisol level just because of how this is, as well as as well as those muscles are being used differently than they were before. Because whereas before I was breathing up here, I can't even do it on purpose now. See, nothing is going on with my abdomen. But now when I'm doing my breathing, okay, and I'm doing intentional breathing, watch what happens. See, those muscles are working. Versus, you see the difference there? Okay, so cortisol is a stress hormone, okay? It is released by your adrenal glands, and I can actually post an article on this. A lot of things happen when our cortisol levels are not balanced like they should be. High blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis. Okay, weight gain like I was just talking about. For me, this is one I actually did a study on this one. I actually did some swabs testing my cortisol levels and along with doing a little bit of exercise, which was 30 minutes of biking. Just easy biking, not anything really, really strong, and doing that every day to see what it was. And I'm doing these breathing activities, I'm actually having the same effects that I did. So with the other one, when I did the swab before, and then for 30 days I did the biking, and then I did the swab again, cortisol levels got better, mood got a lot better, a lot better. So because my mood got better with the exercise, my cortisol levels decreased because I wasn't feeling as stressed. The same exact thing, oh my goodness, the same exact thing is happening right now with the breathing. Okay, I'm not having to leave my house. I'm not having to do anything stressful. I'm not even having to get all sweaty, and I'm having that same reaction that I did as going to the gym and riding the bike or walking on the treadmill for 30 minutes. So tiredness, okay, interfering with your normal daily cycle, because okay, here's what happens with the cortisol. When you wake up in the morning, you get a spike in your cortisol, okay, and that gets you ready for the day. It propels you, if you will, through the day. And then what you want to have happen is you want your cortisol to go down. All right. So then at bedtime, when it's time to go to sleep, then you're able to rest and relax. But what happens when we get stuck in this stress response, our cortisol level spikes up in the morning and then it stays high. Okay. And as it stays high, we have these things that we're not supposed to be on that. We're not supposed to be feeling propelled. You know, the rocket, when it takes off, it's propelled, and then eventually it evens out, right? And at some point, then it comes down. So for us, we're not supposed to be in that propulsion stage all day long. In fact, we don't even want to be in that go up and then stay. We want slowly throughout the day, we want our cortisol level to be coming down so that at night we're able to rest. And that's not happening. It's going up. Okay, and then it evens out. Sometimes it goes up some more, evens out. Sometimes it goes up some more. Okay, just depending on the stress that you're feeling throughout the day. Not only does that mess with your weight, but that also really has an effect on your function. So your ability to focus, your ability to take in new information, your ability to learn. All of that is affected with your cortisol levels as well as stress. Breathing can help this, okay? One more thing about cortisol. When you have a super high, not even a super high, when you have a higher than normal cortisol level, you get infections and illness easier than people who have a normal or in the lower range of those cortisol levels, okay? And I'm not talking lower than average, but I'm talking within that normal range, okay? High cortisol levels are not good for you. Unfortunately, we as women have high cortisol levels a lot, okay? So it's important that we get some breathing. So sleep is important, but we can't do that if we are having super high cortisol levels and we're feeling a lot of stress. So something that can help us sleep better is breathing, okay? And then, like I said, breathing also, it actually, literally, good deep breathing literally works your abdominal muscles, which is really good as well. Okay, so in order to get that relaxation response that you want, to bring those cortisol levels down, to give yourself a fighting chance, I apologize for the dinging. There we go. I've got a Slack group conversation going on. and it notifies me every time somebody responds. So, okay, so when stress comes in and we're holding on to it, we need to find a way to let that stress out. Breathing has been proven to do that, okay? One of the absolute best things that you can do is breathe deeply, breathe correctly. And in order to do that, because we're not used to it, we have to practice, okay? Trying to think of exactly the right words. There's not a specific, okay, so Brianna was telling me that 2 minutes, even if it's just 2 minutes, that can relieve the stress, that can speed up or bring in that relaxation response that you want so badly, okay? All of us want that. We all want to be able to relax. So don't feel like you have to sit for 30 minutes and do this. You don't even have to sit for 10 minutes and do this. If you could do this for 2 minutes, okay? 2 minutes. Give yourself 2 minutes, whether you go in your bathroom for that time, whether you sit in the car, go to the garage, take a walk if you can, sit on the couch, whatever. 2 minutes. If you could do that a couple times a day, or when you're recognizing that you're feeling stress, it will have a massive effect that is positive for you. Okay, so I want you to look at the video that I posted from Brianna. I also, if you want to do some focused breathing, okay, and if you need that information that teaches you exactly how to breathe, let me know. Reach out to me, okay? We can get that information for you. I believe in this so much that I have decided to go ahead and take the certification course myself and get certified in meditation so that I can help anybody who is needing help with that. I didn't understand that it was not this big, huge, time-consuming process. I thought it was something that was really stressful, and every time people would tell me to relax or say, oh, why don't you meditate? I would get really frustrated and stressed out. Now I am understanding that I don't have to spend a lot of time. I don't have to take time out of work or away from my family in order to do that. It's something I wish I would have understood a very, very long time ago. If the thought of meditating feels boring or even like too much work or too time consuming for you, please reach out, send me a message, and let's chat about that. I would really love to have that conversation, and I'm not gonna push you. I'm not gonna say, hey, you have to do this. Nobody can do that, but I can give you more information on that. So during the rest of the week, we're going to talk about other ways where we can reduce those responses that we are having that is in that stress response cycle that I've talked about, and also that I put into the group a couple different images with information. Please reach out if you have questions about that. Sometimes it makes sense, but other times it doesn't. And it is okay to ask questions. I guarantee if you have questions, other people have questions as well. And so if I'm answering questions, that means that then I can answer those questions for other people too. So I hope that your Tuesday is going really well, and I will be on here live again about the same time tomorrow night. Mwah.